Welcome to the podcast. I'm Scott McLean. My guest today is James Jackson. James is one of the founders of the Call on Me Foundation. Call on Me Foundation is they do very good stuff. And again, I'm not going to lose anything in translation. We'll get what they do from James. I know what they do. You know the story. Sometimes I mess these things up. What's up, my friend?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So we meet again.
Happy to be here.
Yeah,
for sure.
Had James on about probably one of the earlier episodes then when it was just audio.
Yep.
At the old studio in Delray.
Yep.
Right now, welcome to the One Man One Mic Foundation studio.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Love it.
not bad. One Man One Mic Foundation.org. One Man One Mic Foundation helps veterans. We teach them how to podcast from conception to publication. We also talk about the healing power of storytelling for veterans, and it's all free. So if you're interested in learning how to podcast, and you want to start your own podcast, it could be about anything. It's whatever you want it to be. Reach out to me at One Man One Mic Foundation at gmail.com. Just email me, let me know. And that's my cheap plug, buddy. Yeah. I get it out of the way early this episode. They vary from episode to episode when I drop it in. But enough about that. So where are you from originally?
So originally I'm from Virginia, so Chesapeake, Virginia to be exact. Grew up there and left when I was 18.
And you left to?
The Marine Corps.
There you go.
Yeah. The month after I graduated high school, I was at boot camp. So joined the Marine Corps, was stationed in South Carolina and California.
So did you sign up while you were in high school? And
Yes.
was it a delayed, kind of a delayed enlistment thing?
I forgot what it was called. But I participated in, all the recruiting stuff and did runs and stuff like that to get ready for boot camp. But I signed all the papers and did everything while I was in high school.
What did the parents think?
Well, a lot of my family is prior service. So my dad was Army, my grandfather was Army, a couple of my cousins were Marine Corps, one of my uncles is Navy, and they were all for it. I wasn't really into school per se and wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And I actually went to the Navy recruiter first because my parents wanted me to kind of steer towards something that wasn't necessarily war, And
What year was this?
This was in 2006.
Okay.
And so I went there and then wasn't really feeling it. So one of my buddies was already signed up for the Marines.
So you went to the Navy recruiter, were like,
Yeah, so walked right next door and signed up for the Marine Corps. But definitely best decision I've ever made, or one of them at least.
Where'd you go to basic?
In South Carolina.
South Carolina, okay.
Parris Island.
There you go.
Yeah.
The Parris Island, right?
Yeah.
With good drinking water there, I heard back then.
A
little bit of an issue since then, right?
I don't know. I haven't really paid too much attention to it, but I've been back a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in, and you get sent out to California?
So I was stationed in South Carolina, Beaufort, South Carolina, same area as Parris Island, and I was with VMFA 122. I worked on F-18s. I was ordnance, so loaded all the bombs, messed with all the stuff that goes boom. And we got deployed to Iraq. That was 2008 to 2009. And then came back from there. 2010, I re-enlisted, went over to California. I hung out in San Diego for 4 years, and I worked with a training unit out there, which was Navy and Marine Corps. And it was good. Good time, met a lot of great people, and then decided it just wasn't working for me anymore, so got out in 2014.
So when you went over there, did you bring anything back with you, if you know what I mean, that you didn't bring when you went there?
I wouldn't say necessarily specific to deployment. I mean, I've been through my trials and tribulations, and dealt with a lot of different things. So I wouldn't say necessarily something that happened over there, but stuff that progressed over time and things that occurred during my time when I was in. And it was dealt with a lot of different things.
Creeped up on you eventually?
Absolutely. Yeah. You sit there and you think that, you don't need anybody's help and you got it, and you just keep pushing through, and then it just snowballs.
We're young and tough and strong, and we can deal with it, and we compartmentalize it, and we're in that little bubble that we're in with each other, and you don't show weakness and all of that good shit, right?
Yeah, and everybody deals with things differently. Everybody deals with certain situations differently, and you don't necessarily have to go out and get blown up or have somebody blown up to have
you're absolutely right.
Home. So I think there's a stigma with that as well. People don't want to because they think that it wasn't really something significant, or they just think that they, like you said, they can tough it out.
So that's an interesting point. I've come across that with what I do, right? And it's the storytelling aspect of it. And I had a veteran come through, One Man, One Mic, and we're doing the podcasting thing, and the storytelling eventually gets woven into it. And I said to him, so you have a story? And he says, well, I don't really have a story. Mm. And whenever they say that, I've found we all have a story.
Right.
But his thing was, his story wasn't as traumatic or dramatic as the other guy.
Right.
So his story, it's kind of like not a big deal. Well, he tells me his story. This dude is a fucking hero, like literally.
Oh, wow.
But he looked at it like, well, it was just something, but that guy lost a leg. So I can't really, they compare and then they downsize. Whereas all of our stories mean something. Mm-hmm. It's our story.
Right.
We can't, or we shouldn't compare them to others.
Right. For sure.
Does more damage than good. Because now it stays in, right? You know what I tell? It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
This dude saved 3 people's lives.
Wow.
And his own. He got blown up in a Bradley.
Wow.
And all the air got sucked out of it. That's the whole thing when that happens.
Yeah.
And they were just suffocating in there. And he managed to find the strength to pop up the turret in the air. He said it just came in like a tornado of air.
Wow.
And they were on this side. It was it was a thing, right? And I'm like, dude,
that's
amazing. I mean, that's not a story.
Yeah.
Like, we started laughing, right?
Yeah.
But he was very humble about it. He's very, like you, very laid back, easygoing, just doesn't really, So that's the point. Everybody has a story, and everybody's story matters.
Right.
Right? And like you just said, maybe yours wasn't combat related.
Right.
Which there's a lot of stories in the military that don't have to be combat related. Right?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
That can cause problems.
Absolutely.
So you get out when?
2014, I got out, and then I moved to sunny Florida.
How was that transition? What's the process of that?
It was difficult at first. I used my GI Bill. I went to school, but trying to find where I fit in was difficult. Trying to find the right career path that aligned with what I wanted to do, and also,
which was
originally I wanted to keep working on aircraft. So I looked at Lockheed, Northrop Grumman, all those big guys, and didn't have much luck. But I went to school. I got my bachelor's in project management, and then I continued into my master's with business administration with a focus on project management as well. And so that was kind of my thing. I wanted to do something in the project manager realm, but wasn't really sure where that would put me. and through an organization up in Jacksonville, and they're widespread now. It's called Operation New Uniform. I met a Marine when I was in school, and he told me about the program. He went through the program, and it's a transitioning assistance program. So they go through networking, resume writing, interviewing, all that stuff, honing in on your skills and really, really explaining what you bring to the table. And that really helped me. They were connected with a company called the Haskell Company, which is a construction company out of Jacksonville, and they're worldwide. And I got in touch with a veteran that worked there, and got an interview, and I was able to get in, and I'm still in construction today. So
happy ending.
It was.
There you go.
Great career path. I'm very happy with where I've ended up, and
how long you been with them?
I'm not with Haskell anymore. That was out of Jacksonville.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And I was there for about 4.5 years. And then I got with a company down here called Mill Creek Residential. And I was with them for about 4.5 years and recently transitioned. And now I'm trying to find the right fit. So,
right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a transition. Jacksonville to South Florida.
Yeah.
If you're not from Florida,
yeah,
you might not get it.
So when I first moved out here, one of the founders and one of my brothers, Scott Ogden, he's from down in out of Pembroke Pines, and so I was like, let me try it out. So I lived down in Pembroke Pines for, I don't know, maybe a couple years, and then I met my girlfriend at the time, and then convinced her to move up to Jacksonville, St. Augustine area with me. So,
well, that's a different area. St. Augustine is a different area than Jacksonville.
So we were in South Jacksonville at first, and
which is right down the street.
And then we ended up going to St. Augustine, living in St. Augustine.
Love St. Augustine.
It's amazing. It's a beautiful.
Love that place. So you've been there. Off subject. You've been in St. Augustine for the 4th of July.
Yes. Yeah. It's huge.
So we found that. My wife and I stumbled on this. I think I told you this story.
I saw your Facebook post about putting the chairs up.
Dude, we went there, and I'm going off book here, okay? My wife and I used to go to Boston all the time for the 4th of July. Mm-hmm. It's my motherland, right?
Yeah.
My blood is in Boston, literally.
Yeah.
Greatest place to be for the 4th of July, especially where I lived, right outside the city, beachfront community, perfect. And it starts to just kind of, as you get older, it becomes redundant in a sense. It's good to see my old friends, but need a little change up. And somehow I stumbled on St. Augustine. So I said to my wife, let's go to St. Augustine, 4th of July. She's like, okay. So we got an Airbnb up there. And this was 2 years before COVID, I believe. So I get up in the morning, we get in our coffee, and I see these people. It's like 9 in the morning, and there's chairs there. Nobody's there, though. Mm-hmm. So I say now she's from the Philippines, and I said to her, people putting their chairs out now. And she's like, yeah. I go, well, you want to try it? And we both think the same way. Someone's going to steal it.
Yeah.
You're from Boston. Someone's going to steal them, right?
Yeah.
Or someone's going to move them, or somebody's going to do something with them, right? Shift them over. Throughout the day, we love taking that trolley around the place. We could give the tour. We just love doing it. And they're still there. And they're still there. Come 6 o'clock at night, they're still there. Just other chairs around them. And the people are amazingly friendly.
Yeah.
It's not chaotic. It's not people bumping into you or squeezing in. Someone literally bumped in and said, excuse me.
Yeah.
Like, like there's thousands of people here. And the fireworks display, I mean, I highly recommend it. No, maybe I don't, because I don't want too many people going up there, right? But it's a great. That's all we go in the 4th of July now.
Yeah,
St. Augustine.
Yeah.
So you spent your time there, and then
and then work brought me back down here. I did a job in Boynton Beach, the Boynton Beach Town Square redevelopment, City Hall, library, amphitheater, playground, chilled water plant. And
Boynton Beach is very under the radar.
It is, yeah. They've been building up the last few years, though.
Yeah.
And my wife at the time, her family was all down here, so decided we wanted to stay down here, and I got a job with another construction company down here. Great experiences. I've been thankful to have worked with such great construction companies. But yeah, now, I'm here, and
All right.
we, I guess I can go into what we started the foundation.
So that was my next question.
Yeah.
So at what point did you decide to become a lunatic and start a nonprofit?
So the five founders, Tim, Nick, Aaron, Scott, and myself, we deployed with a guy's name's Greg Gillum. That was the first family we helped. So he passed in November 2022. And so we got together, we got on a few calls, and all decided to start raising money for his wife and son. And then as we started getting money and things started growing, plans started, coming in play, and we decided, why not do this for more people? So we started all the research, who was out there, what they did, all these great nonprofits out there, all these veteran nonprofits out there that I never even heard of until I started really digging and doing the research. And even sitting here with you the first time, I had never even heard of some of the ones that were on your podcast, which was amazing. And the services that are out there are amazing. And I encourage everybody to really jump in on your previous podcasts and do your research, because something's out there. But I did a lot of digging, and I really couldn't find necessarily our niche. It was, there's a lot for veterans as far as mental health and whatnot, support groups, camaraderie, nonprofits out there. And then there's a lot for the aftermath. The families down the road, like, big ones like TAPS and Tunnels to Towers, great organizations. But it didn't seem like there was anybody that was in there as soon as it happened. And that's what we decided to do. We provide immediate financial assistance and compassionate community support to veteran families after an unexpected loss of their veteran, with a focus on suicide. So yes, there's a lot of suicide out there, but we didn't want to necessarily just be that, because there's other instances where, families, one day the veteran's gone. And we've ran into that a few times already. And so, we focus on suicide, but, we also really focus on that unexpected loss.
It's hard
that
to say no,
immediate
man.
impact.
It's hard to say no.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much did you raise for him,
So
his family?
So we stick to $10,000 per family. We all have full-time jobs. I just mentioned my career path. We have firefighter, police officer, actuary, physician staffing, and then we also have a sixth guy who came on that we actually served with. His name's Adam, and he's a registered nurse. So
Are you all in South Florida?
No. So two of us are in South Florida, myself and Scott. Then we have Nick in Massachusetts, Adam's in Massachusetts, Aaron's in Georgia, and Tim is in New Jersey. So we're all up the East Coast. We do events all up the East Coast.
Yeah.
But we serve worldwide.
Yeah. So the five of you say, let's make this a nonprofit. Let's just do this, right? And you go through the whole process, and it comes to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
And boom, you got that designation, you get the name, you get the website, you get everything. What's the first call? How did that go?
Well, the
Or the first incident, if you know.
The
what I mean.
first family was was what triggered everything. The Gillums, and it's tough, especially we knew both of them.
That's what I was going to say. So you had a friendship with them, a knowledge of them,
Correct.
and awareness of them.
Correct. Yep. And so it really hit home, and it was tough. Just hearing what Leslie went through and the struggles that she was going through, and we jumped in, raised money, gave her a check. We actually did a fishing event that year. She came out, and great turnout. And thankful for everybody that came out. We were able to raise money for her and hand over a check that helped her, keep her house and, pay some bills until everything she was able to get everything kind of situated, and I mean, as much as you can, but we also progressed from there and started making connections with other nonprofit organizations, veteran organizations, mental health organizations that are partners and resources as well, so we can refer these families to.
That's important. We talked about that the other day, that collaboration.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to just give another nonprofit's information out.
Right.
You're not stealing from yourself.
No,
doing that.
Not at all. And that's, I'm a huge advocate for that. I know you are as well. And we're a community. We can't do this alone. Everybody has their niche. Everybody has their strengths. Not everybody does the same thing. So it's better to work together than to push people away. So, I mean, there's been a couple instances where I've talked to other nonprofits and they're kind of like in their bubble. They don't really seem open to collaborate or do much with you. But there's a lot of other nonprofit organizations who are fully on board, will fully support you. It's a give-take relationship. One of our big ones is America's Warrior Partnership. They're a big organization, and we've actually received 2 family referrals from them. So, I mean, that's huge. We're working together. We're helping, refer people to you so you can provide services, but you're also referring people to us because we're good at what we do.
That's a partnership, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a partnership. So after your friend's family, then the first family after that you have no knowledge of and you don't know them and there's no familiarity with them.
Right.
How did that go?
It was tough, but that was the Vanderpool family and out of Kentucky. And it was tough, as you go, they're all different stories. They're all their own stories. But just hearing the things that these veterans are going through, and how that affects the family, how that affects them, and just hearing the full story, it's really tough.
It's heartbreaking.
It is. It really is. And as we go on, it's, more and more stories, and they're all different. Everybody deals with their own things, but a lot of them are very similar in the fact that, hey, they were an amazing guy, so happy. They would be the first one to pick up the phone, answer the call for any other veteran or any other person that needs their help. I don't know what happened. Just one day, they're gone. And that's tough, man.
Do they reach out to you, or do you get the information? Someone says, hey, contact this family.
We get the information. So we had one family that reached out to us through our website, and every other family that we've had was either through a friend or through one of our partners.
Yeah. And then so you make the phone call. You say, hey.
Yeah. So,
I'm James Jackson from Call On Me Foundation. That's got to be like, I don't think you ever get used to that.
You really don't. It's tough. Some families, everybody's dealing with the trauma of losing their husband, the father of their children. It's traumatic, and a lot of these families have some serious strength to be able to get on a phone and tell us what's going on and what they're going through. And it's tough to hear because, we can relate to a lot of it. Just one of the most recent ones, I was on the phone with Aaron, another founder, And just listening to the story and what led up to the veteran, taking his life, the PTSD, anxiety, depression, outbursts, irritability, anger. If you let all that boil up, it doesn't end well. And, we can relate to that. We've all been through that. And
the thing is, sometimes we don't even know we're in it.
Exactly. You have blinders on.
Yeah.
A lot of people or a lot of organizations refer to, coming out of the darkness, and it really is a darkness. You're blinded by what's in your head, and even if you try and get out of it, it pulls you right back in because you let what's in your head get to you, and you believe what you're thinking, which is not true. And it takes a community like us to help, prevent suicide and help bring our veteran community, our veterans out of that darkness. And, we don't just deal with serving the families. We integrate ourselves within the veteran community as well. And I make it a point to connect with other veterans.
You do.
And
you go to events.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if I can be that voice of reason, then that's all I want. I don't want to keep losing veterans. I don't want, that to happen to anybody I know. I don't want that to happen to anybody, period. And it's tough because you see the struggle.
Yeah.
And I think being a part of this foundation provided so many resources that I can relay to them, to my friends, my family, other veterans that would help them. And if it doesn't work out, I mean, that's what happened. I went through it too. You might seek out mental health counseling, but, Johnny at the VA might not be able to help you or might not be able to understand or relate to you. So, you can't just quit there. Yeah, I've done that. I went to the VA first, and not to talk bad about the VA.
No, I get you. It's your lived experience,
my
buddy.
Experience.
Yeah.
The person that I sat with, I was doing intake the first 3 sessions, which is unacceptable. Yeah. I left. I said, this isn't for me. I don't need this. I can't do it. And then, things just kept boiling, and it just got worse from there. And then finally I was able to find somebody that really listened and did it for me, and the therapy, different types of therapies out there that really help, EMDR, and they do, I forgot what the other one is, where they use kind of like magnets and electricity and stuff. But there's a lot of resources out there, and if you're going through something, I encourage you to go talk to somebody, whether it's a friend, family member, or call us up. Call up the Call Me Foundation and say, I'm going through this right now. We will be happy to listen and talk to you and steer you in the right direction, or provide resources that would be able to help you out.
Real quick on the VA, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I went through, I think, 3 or 4 therapists.
Mm-hmm.
And you go through first one. Okay. And then she's gone.
Yeah.
You come in, you're next, and it's a new person. And they start all over again. And I think by the 3rd, I literally was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why do I have to fucking keep repeating this?
Right.
I just told 2 other people. I got frustrated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't you people fucking take notes? Is this a no warm handoff and you just start all over again? Did you check my shit? Right. So I know but I stuck with it, and I ended up getting psychologists who absolutely worked wonders.
Yeah.
Just absolutely opened me up and really dug in, great. And it was comfortable. It was easy. It was emotional, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a roller coaster.
It really is.
But when you get the right person, It's like AA meetings. I'm a recovering alcoholic, 35 years. I always tell people, if you don't like your first AA meeting, go to another one.
Right.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Find one that you're comfortable at.
For sure.
They're all there. There's a fucking AA meeting every hour of every day of every, of the year, right?
Yeah. It's just like meeting new
Don't
people.
give up.
Yeah. It's like meeting new people. I mean, you might go out and network or, just go out to have some fun and meet some people, and you're not going to like everybody that you meet.
That's for sure.
So it's just like that. You got to find the right person that fits you. And until you do that, it's going to make a huge difference once you do.
So now that we breached the subject, the stuff you deal with is pretty heavy. There's no doubt about that. I don't think there's any other way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
It's heavy. It's heavy emotionally, which wears on your physicality, everything. It just weighs on you. There's no way it can't, right? You're not human if you don't feel anything, because you, like you said, have different stories every single time.
Right.
Right. So seeing that, as we talked about earlier, you have your own issues. I'll just say issues, right?
Sure.
How do you learn to, or how do you separate that? Because I would think that it would have a tendency to maybe bleed in, you know what I mean? And just make whatever you're dealing with, even if you're in a good place, kind of start to bubble up again or stuff. So how do you, because I know you can't speak for your friends, or maybe you can, how do you deal with it?
At first, it was definitely difficult. I think just having that support system and being able to talk to people about it as well. We're a group of 6. We all hear it, we all see it, and we know each other very well. So we're able to kind of lean on one another, and
that's not a bubble.
Right.
That's peer-to-peer stuff.
Right.
Yeah. You know what each other is exactly going through, and you kind of must have got, all of you in your own way must have got mentally prepared for this. So the bubble is a whole different thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you're just rambling and you get talking and people are waiting to talk back.
Right.
Just to get it off their chest.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have that. And then, I also have, my family that very understanding and, are in it with me, So there's that. And then, you got to stay positive and think about what's good for you and your family, and focus on the positive. Don't dwell on the negative. And honestly, it's been a long time coming for me, because I've had a lot of stumbles, but I think I'm in a really good place and doing really good things, proud of what I do, and every day I meet amazing people, so I'm happy, and I think that's obviously a huge contribution to being able to separate the two, and being able to handle hearing the stories that you can relate to, and trying to do your best to help the families moving forward.
I think you and the other 5 should be very proud of what you do. You're bringing a little bit of light into a dark situation. You're bringing good into a bad situation. And what you do is positive, even if it could be at the, a cost to you or the other 5. So being positive is exactly what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
You're bringing positivity into a bad situation.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day, actually, and it's like something came up where we were talking about, it being sad, and thinking about photos and events where everybody's happy. Well, that's the whole point of it. Yes, it's a sad situation, but I can't go in there and be Debbie Downer. I can't be sad about it. I gotta go in there with a smile on my face and arms wide open,
It takes a different type of person to do what you and your friends are doing. Absolutely different kind of person to do that.
Yeah.
Someone that's willing and knowingly walking into that and ready to be a sponge, but at the same time be a little bit of hope, a little bit of goodness,
Right.
to brighten their day, just maybe for that day, for that minute that you give them that check and you tell them we're always here for you, and they know it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of words are spoken,
Right.
right? A lot of words are spoken to people that are grieving. I can't say, because I went through my own grieving a number of times, I can't say that everybody is really genuine.
Right. For
I
sure.
think people say things just to say things, and that's to make, and they feel better about it, and then they move on, and we don't expect everybody to help us out. Life does go on,
Yeah.
right? But the fact that you guys step into that situation voluntarily, different kind of person, man.
Right. And, I touched on it a little bit, but, yeah, we give a check for immediate financial assistance, but we go well beyond that. We follow up with our families. We send packages, care packages.
Aftercare is important,
Yeah,
man.
follow up to check in to see if they need anything else. And if they do, then find out what that is, and then try and provide the right resources so that they can reach out and get the right help for them.
So earlier you were talking about some of the veterans, and you would say him or he. Are there any female veterans that you've...
We have not run into a female veteran yet.
Right.
Now, we are open to any veteran.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
A lot of the veterans that we've served, the majority of them have been Marines.
Okay.
We're Marines, but we don't discriminate. We're
not.
We're open to serving any branch, any.
We're being light in a dark situation right now. So,
anybody, any veteran
Yeah.
who served our country, and it goes anywhere. I mean, for example, we served a family. It was an Army veteran who passed, and after his service, he moved to Australia, where he married his wife, had 2 beautiful daughters, and unfortunately is no longer with us. Well, America's Warrior Partnership connected us with that family, and we were able to help his wife and 2 daughters. We bought them a plane ticket to fly from Australia to Texas, where his family's from, and that's where his services were held. And we also donated a check to them and sent a care package to them as well. And on top of that, we did connect with another nonprofit organization called Believe With Me here in South Florida. And they provide Christmas gifts, and I believe there's a few other holidays like Mother's Day and such, that they provide gifts to Gold Star families. And the family in Australia, we got them to register for Believe With Me. And this past Christmas, they received Christmas gifts for their 2 daughters.
Wow.
Yeah.
So throughout this conversation, it's money has been kind of a back line of the story, because all this takes money.
Absolutely.
So how do you fundraise? How do you get the money needed to do this?
So the majority of fundraising is through social media platforms, and we hold events. So our biggest event is the Bids and Brews event in Boston, Massachusetts at Cisco Brewing. Excuse me. And so this year will be our 3rd year for Bids and Brews, and we're actually switching it from September to July. So we were doing it with Tunnels to Towers. We would run Tunnels to Towers 5K. We'd have a table set up, and then we'd have our own event at Cisco Brewing, and it was a silent auction event. This year, we are going to be going in July for the Run to Home Base run at Fenway Park.
Yeah.
Yep, because we did have a table set up there last year, and amazing group, and we decided to switch our annual event to after the Run to Home Base at Fenway.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. You're going to participate in the run?
I am.
There you go.
I registered already. Scott, another founder, registered as well. So we'll be running, and the other guys will be at the table handing out information and networking.
I've drank a lot of beer at Fenway Park.
It's amazing. You know, my
since I was 14.
my grandfather was a huge Red Sox fan,
Yeah.
and I had never been to Fenway, and it was amazing.
Oh, it's
just the history.
It's the chapel. Yeah.
We went to a game that night too last year.
Nothing like it.
It was amazing. Great time. Great experience, and I can't wait to go back.
Yeah. It's totally changed from when I grew up.
Yeah.
It was a little more raw back then.
Oh yeah.
Which had a lot of personality.
Uh-huh.
Now it's it's kind of corporate now.
Sure.
But it's still fun.
Yeah.
Still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's
great.
So you have another event coming up in April?
We do, yeah. April 25th, we have the Semper Adsum 5K. Semper Adsum, we chose that. It means always present, and because we're always present. You know, we're there for the families, we're there for our veteran community, and we're always here when they need it. And that's going to happen again April 25th at Royal Palm Beach Commons Park. And with the packet, you'll get if you register for the run, you'll get a nice shirt for the race, a finisher medal. We got with bib boards. They provide the bib snaps instead of puncturing your shirt with safety pins. So we got custom Call Me bib snaps. And you'll also get a drink voucher for Royal Palm Beach Brewery, where we'll have like an after party celebration there. And I'm putting together a small silent auction there as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Royal Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Moving up in the world.
No, they're great.
They are.
Their brewery is awesome. Their beers are great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great people, and I'm super excited for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it should be a good turnout. So your website, it is
thecallonmefoundation.com.
And right there is down, kind of scroll down, look past the stories. There's that one thing that says donate.
Yes.
Right? It says
Absolutely.
donate.
It's at the top of the page.
Yeah.
So you don't really have to scroll too
That's
far.
right. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, you can donate there. We also have and promote the recurring donation program, which is our support battalion. So recurring donors help us provide immediate assistance. So that recurring donation, the more support battalion members we have, the better we can serve our veteran families.
So I'm going to say what I always say almost every episode. If you like what you're hearing right here and you feel passionate about it, or if it even touches you a little bit and you love the cause, go to the website and give them your money. Give them your money, because the money is what makes these nonprofits function. It is the engine that runs the vehicle, is money. And we don't always talk about money.
Right.
I try to talk about money every episode.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. And especially in today's world with all these, the nonprofit scams and the nonprofit frauds, and, they're out there. They've always been out there, right?
For sure.
But I can guarantee you this one isn't one of those.
Yeah.
This one is not one of those.
Yeah. And, we're making a big push to make those connections, obviously gain more donors, but the big thing, like I said, is recurring donation support battalion, but also corporate partnerships. We've been trying to make connections with larger brands to get that big sponsorship. We've had a few sponsors for our upcoming Semper Adsum 5K as well. Doctors First Staffing. We have Power Design Inc. Haven Health also is a sponsor as well. And it's, creating these relationships, building a larger community allows us to have a larger impact.
There you go. Did we forget anything? Is there anything that anything left on the table here?
I believe so. I mean, to date, just to summarize, to date, we're supporting our 7th family, and we started this in 2023. So in 3 years that we've been around, we're now at number 7, and the numbers aren't going away. The statistics for suicide are drastic, in my opinion, and it's not really getting any better. A lot of times you see reports, the suicide rate's going down, but there's various factors that play into that as well. Amount of service members, amount of veterans, whatnot. But, the statistics that we use and harp on come from Operation Deep Dive with America's Worry Partnership. They did a study, and just to put it in perspective, it comes down to 44 veterans a day. That's over 16,000 veteran families that need our help. And if you want me to break it down even more, that's one veteran every 33 minutes. I mean, there's so many people out there that need our help. Not only call on me, but our veteran community. Our veterans need us, our friends, our brothers, our sisters. So we just got to be there. We got to be present. We got to give that ear, our listening ear, and just be there for them.
And if you're watching or listening to this and you have, unfortunately, connection with a family that has gone through this, or that hopefully doesn't go through it, but might need the help of Call on Me Foundation, reach out and find out information. You can contact them. They'll tell you more, and it's a good resource. It's a great resource.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a great resource. Again, it takes a different kind of person, my friend. Not everybody can do this.
Yeah.
God bless you, and God bless the other 5 for doing something like this. Yeah. And I mean that. And you're very under the radar. Like, you're very low key. You're very easy going about it.
Yeah.
But you're steady. You're always steady.
I have my eye on the prize.
Yeah.
I have our goals in mind, and I'm eager to get there.
We all are. That should be the number one thought process for a nonprofit, is keep your eye on the prize and just keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Try to get it as much as you can.
Yeah, and it's everybody has their own stuff going on. I just said this to somebody. I was on the phone yesterday. You can't worry about everybody else.
Right.
You don't let everybody affect you and what you're trying to do. You have to focus on your goal. You have to focus on what's best for you, and get there. Figure out how to get there. And that's the kind of mentality that I have. I want to get it done. I want to help as many families as we can, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to reach more people, reach more organizations, and help more veterans and their families.
No stopping.
Yeah.
No stopping. And you don't see a finish line. You want to keep moving. Keep moving in that direction.
Absolutely. I mean, until we can make that number be zero.
Zero. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, that's the ultimate goal, is to not be needed. But,
right.
But there's always going to be something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and even with our veterans just being that support system, we always got to be there. So
yeah. And the community down here in South Florida is pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
Overall, it is a good community.
It really is.
It's a very supportive community. There's some outliers, but doesn't matter. The majority of us are all pretty good.
Absolutely.
We do our best. Well, my friend, it's good to see you again.
Likewise. Great being here.
Yeah. I love the update. You guys are doing great. We finally got you on video.
Yeah.
I got pushed into this.
You got my good side?
Yeah, exactly. Let me do my outro, and then we'll talk afterwards. Well, we built another bridge today. This one is a beautiful bridge. I don't need to say any more about that. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you listening. If you liked it, please share it. If you didn't like it, well, thanks for watching and listening for 50 minutes. I appreciate that. And I think I might get one more episode in. I'm going to the Philippines for a couple weeks, as I said before. So I'll be down for a couple weeks, unfortunately. But when I get back, We'll pick it up right where we left off, and you'll see me soon. See you next week.